I hope everyone's doing well. I am Mr. Ish. Thank you for joining me for this video where we are looking at an application of hyperbolas, which is a form of a conic section. Particularly, we're looking here at hyperbolic mirror. A hyperbolic mirror has a special characteristic and property, which is what I'm showing you. You have a focal point over here. You have an arm of your hyperbola. The special property of this mirror, which is frequently seen in telescopes, is this. When you are aiming light at this focal point, and you know it go through, but since it's a mirror it won't go through, but it is reflected. A light aimed at that focal point is reflected such that it will then reflect towards the other focal point, and that right there is your other focal point. That is a special property of a hyperbolic mirror. Focusing light at a particular focal point aims it towards the other focal point. It reflects it over there. We have a focal point over here which is 24, 0. Looking up and then looking across, I have a particular point over here which is 24, 24. I need to know what this value is. You know what this is. This right here is a certain vertex, but what is the coordinate pair of this vertex? I've given you the focal point. I've given you a point on your hyperbola. We're looking at hyperbolic mirror. What is this vertex? Consider we have a horizontally directed hyperbola of the form x squared over a squared minus y squared over b squared is equal to 1. I know we have an x value, we have a y value, we have a focal point. Focal point is represented by the c value. In a hyperbola, we know c squared is always equal to a squared plus b squared because c is larger than a. The distance from your center to your focal point is larger than the center to that vertex, and it is also larger than the distance from here to whatever your minor axis endpoint is, which is your b. Anyhow, c is larger than a. C squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. If focal point is 24, 0, this right here is my c value. I know 24 squared, which is what, 576, is equal to a squared plus b squared. Let's bring this equation and let's work with it. What do we have? I have x value and a y value. X squared over a squared. I have 576 divided by a squared minus y squared, which is 24 squared, 576 over b squared. If I solve for this in terms of b squared, I push the a squared on the other side. I have 576 minus a squared. All of this is equal to 1. What we do is a common denominator over here. And my common denominator is this times that. A squared times 576 minus a squared. A squared comes in that many times. I'll have 576 times 576 minus a squared minus. This item comes in this a squared times. I'll have 576 a squared is equal to 1. You don't need to see this anymore. We've used it. We don't need it anymore. Again, we're looking for the coordinate pair of this vertex. Let's work this out. I have 576 times 576 on our calculator. Let's punch it. We have 331,776 minus 576 a squared minus 576 a squared is equal to 1 over, we would open this up. I have 576 a squared minus a to the 4th, all of which you can transfer to the other side. We don't need this. I'm removing it only because I need space for the computation, because I see there's a quadratic formula coming into play. I'm looking here in the numerator. I have 331,776 minus, what's 576 times 2? Because there are two of those. I have 1,152 a squared is equal to, push this on the other side, 576 a squared minus a to the power 4. Push everything onto the other side and make it equal to 0. When I push it onto the other side, this will minus. I'll have 1152 plus 576, which is 1728 a squared, but this will become a to the power 4 minus 1728 a squared plus 331,776 equaling a 0. If u is equal to a squared, I'm looking at u squared minus 1728 u plus 331,776 equaling a 0. A, B, and C minus B plus minus square root B squared minus 4AC over 2A. Let's compute it. I have a 1728 which is a minus, so I have a minus which is a positive 1728 plus and minus B squared 1728 square minus 4 times 1 times C, which is 331,776 all over 2. I kind of ran my line over my own writing, but you all know what it is. So let's solve this out. We know all the time that u is equal to that, but u is equal to a squared. So at the end we have to do some square rooting. So we cannot forget that step. Let's work in the square root. I have a 728 square minus 4 times 331,776. I'm going to square root this. This represents my item here in the radical, and we'll write it out for you. We have 1728 plus and minus 1287 over 2. We're gonna basically get rid of this plus because we'll have a value too large that the a value which we're solving for, you know, the vertex is always equal to a comma 0 in terms of hyperbolic notation. The vertex is your a value. The a value will exceed the focal point, but it cannot be in a hyperbola. The vertex is located closer to the center than the focal point, so get rid of this positive, only focus here on the minus. I'm saving this value, so I have 1728 minus that saved value, which comes out from the square root divided by 220. So I know all of this is equal to u, but this is equal to a squared, so a is equal to the square root of this calculator value. When I square root it, I get over here 14.83. That right there is my a value, 14.83. And likewise, you could put everything here into this equation. C squared is equal to a squared plus b squared, and easily get your b value. And why don't we just do it just for the fun of it? I know I have 14.83 and I know c is equal to 24. I'm doing 24 square minus 14.83 square because now I'm solving for b square, and I'll root it. I'm getting b value here 18.86. So we have b is equal to 18.86. But to answer our question, what is the vertex? Well, vertex is coming from the a value. Your vertex is going to be 14.83 comma 0. If I erase this part right here, I can reformulate our hyperbolic equation given now that we have the a and the b value. Our hyperbola is represented by this x square over a square, which is 14.83 square. Let's do 14.83 square. Roughly it's 219.9. I'm rounding it up to 220. Minus y square over 18.86 square, and we'll estimate it up a little bit because I've lost the decimals. 355.69, I'll make it 356 is equal to 1. How can we check to see if these values are good? I know this right here represents my a square. This represents here my b square. We know for c square is equal to a square plus b square. Let's add these and we'll square root them, and we should have 24. We have a square plus b square, 220 plus 356 square rooted and 24, and we're good. C here indeed is equal to 24, and this equation checks out. But my original question was only to determine the vertex, and it's this 14.83 comma 0, and we're good. And it's a hyperbolic mirror. Remember, for hyperbolic mirror, light aimed at a specific focal point, the mirror will reflect it towards the other focal point, and it can be useful in determining where the other focal point exists. That's a benefit of a hyperbolic mirror. It helps you locate the other focal point given one focal point. Anyhow, that's it. Thank you.